Noobs, another game week where you're going from Saturday to Saturday. As much as you guys, when you have disappointing results, I'm sure want to bounce back as quickly as possible. On the other hand, do you think it's quite helpful to have had this time to reflect and get better and get going for Saturday?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, it's quite rare in the season. We've not had much free game weeks throughout the season so far, so it's obviously good to get back on the training ground, and there's always things that we want to improve and work on, and it's a really good opportunity to do that.
In the last couple of weeks now, because we've had 2 separate weeks where you've not had a Tuesday game, are you guys developing that same thing, or is it lots of different things kind of popping up each week?
Yeah, we're always looking to, like I said, always looking to improve. It's always kind of more like building on the messages that the gaffer's been giving us since he came in, and thinking back to when that's gone right, what have we done, and kind of going back to basics on how we want to play and how we want to do things. So I don't think we've been too far off in the last few games. It's just about building on that and putting that into a game.
I suppose the important thing is, as well, in this stint, still defensively been very solid, conceding very few chances and very few goals at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, we've always been quite solid. I think that's carried on from the previous seasons. That's always something to build on, and we can't take that for granted. That's something that we've got to stick to as well. And obviously, of course, we want to be getting more goals and continue to try and build on that.
And on Saturday, you managed to make your 100th appearance for the Bluebirds. How good did that feel?
Yeah, it was a really, really proud moment. Obviously, from growing up watching the team to obviously my first stint here, my brief stint when I was a lot younger, to coming back and playing a lot of games. Obviously, over the last 2-3 seasons, it's been really good. So it was a nice moment, yeah.
When you're first, second stint now, when you're leaving that first stint, is it in your head that you want to come back to Barrow, or is it just how it's panned out?
I think in football, a lot of things have got to kind of fall into place for you to end up at certain, at certain clubs and stuff like that. So I think it's obviously a club I've always wanted to play for, and it feels a bit more special playing for your team that you've grown up watching and where you're from. So that's it's a club that I've always obviously wanted to come back to at some point. But yeah.
How different did it feel from the moment where you've left and the moment you've come back as the club, and also as yourself as a player?
Oh yeah, the club's made a lot of changes. So many positive steps in on the field, off the field. The support. Things like that. It's improved. It's improved an awful lot. Obviously, that's down to the hard work of the people that have took over the club, and obviously the coaches as well that have come in over that period of time to get to this point. So there's been a lot of progression for sure. Yeah.
It must be quite proud now for you to be a part of this Barrow team, which is pushing at the right end of League 2, which, like you say, not too long ago, you're looking at Northern Premier League days, non-league days.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like I said, the change has been massive. Even just on a game day, the experience feels completely different to watching in the stands. It feels a lot quite far from them non-league days. It's about pushing on now, and can we keep going and not forgetting where the club's come from in this short period, but also not being kind of content with that, and we've certainly got the everything in place to push on now, and that's what we want to do.
I suppose it's an exciting time now. 3 home games on the bounce. Good chance to start building some momentum this year.
Yeah, I think obviously our home record's been fantastic this season. We've especially in the league, I think it's 1 loss, is it? And we've probably won most of the games rather than drawing them as well. So that's something we want to build on. Obviously the support and stuff's massive. We feel really comfortable playing at home. We feel good. We feel like we're going to create chances, score goals. The crowd really pushes us on to do that. So we've got a really good kind of feeling about being at home for the next few weeks and wanting to really put some points on the board and get some wins.